Ciao comrades and hola compañeros, welcome, pleasure to have you here. ReiHEN Vita Homebrew Contest is officially over and I would like to send a huge thanks to every developer that created something, to everybody who helped to spread the word or who contributed one way or another, and also big thanks to you, Vita comrade that still loves to install everything on his PS Vita. We have ended up with 48 entries altogether. This number surpassed all of my expectations, and quite a few entries were submitted in the last few days of the contest. In the end, there are 9 original homebrews, 10 tools, and the rest 29 are all ports. Next step is for judges to give all of the entries points and come up with the winners. And top 3 places of each category are gonna split all of the prize pool. Stay tuned for that, and now let's check all the entries that I haven't looked at yet. This is gonna be like a last video, because I already checked all the other ports in the previous videos. Feel free to check them out, they are in the playlist, link is down below. And now let's begin with the Flipper Volcano. This game looked a bit boring at first glance for me, because it's some kind of pinball game, and I'm not a big fan of those. However, after I tried it, I have to say it's surprisingly enjoyable, because it's like a pinball game with a twist. There is a lava filling up your level, and the only way to not lose is to get the ball higher to the next level. The higher you go, the more unexpected obstacles are presented to you, and the goal is to last the longest and collect the most points. Not bad at all for a pinball game. It runs okay. There is some occasional stutter, but nothing major. Overclock is surely recommended. To install it, your PS Vita needs to be modded, and you need to follow the setup instructions that you can see on the screen right now, and you can also always find them on the GitHub. Second is a KatzenKlein redo by Orozco. This one is a first-person retro shooter inspired by Doom. Sometimes Doom clones are not really fun, but this one is different, because it's quite fun. It's quite fun, however the port suffers a little bit from a lower frame rate. It dips regularly and it's noticeable, not to the point I would want to quit, cause it's still fun experience to kill all the kitties attacking you, but it would be much better without the stutters. There is also an issue with the controls. All physical Vita buttons and joysticks can be mapped, but after I closed the game and launched it again, I had to remap all of it yet again, which was quite annoying. If there was some kind of config file that can be saved and I don't need to remap it every time I relaunch the game, that would be brilliant. It's an Android port, so to install it you need to follow setup instructions. If you are facing any issues, there is always help and support channel on our Discord. Now let's look at some original homebrews. First one is a game called Abyss, created by Boulder. You might recognize this developer, he was part of a previous homebrew contest. He created a great homebrew called Purified, and Abyss is also a very nice submission. I'm glad he took part in this contest too, cause he is quite talented. He puts a lot of emphasis not just on the game itself, but also on the soundtrack, which is very good, as well as on the atmosphere and also on a lot of other details. Like before you're gonna launch the game, there are a bunch of settings you can play with. I'm a big fan of those. And you can also customize the character: head, chest, arms, thighs. The game itself is a third-person shooter duel game featuring randomly generated guns and enemies. It takes inspiration from the likes of Armored Core on PSP. The gameplay consists of that you get into the arena and you need to eliminate the enemy. You got a gun, it locks automatically on the enemy, you can dash and you need to reload. Arena is small, and once you kill the enemy you can loot him and either extend life, upgrade weapon or take his weapon. Then you are moving on into another arena or another depth with stronger enemy, better weapons, more health, etc. I like this homebrew, I can see he put a lot of thought into it. The graphics are nice, the frame rate is stable and the controls are solid. Overall, great submission, strong contender for winning one of 3 places in the homebrew category for sure. If you wanna try it out, you can do it for free, you just need to install the VPK. Second original homebrew game is called Gravity Hunters, made by this developer. It is a physics-driven artillery space shooter. Pretty much you control a ship, you can spin the ship around and you can go forward, but you have limited gas, so you cannot really move that far. Then you need to line the shot and hit the enemies and the targets. And the key mechanic is that there are planets with gravitational field that curves the shot, and you need to fine-tune your shots to be the most precise. This game is very simple in terms of graphics, but the idea behind it and the mechanics make it really interesting. I think this is what a good homebrew should be about. It doesn't need to be some good-looking open-world game. If the idea is good, that's it. That's what matters the most. And the idea in this game is really creative, so big thumbs up for that. It is an original homebrew, so you can install it for free. Cocos. Third original homebrew is called Stellar Shift by Milan Moraes. Here you control a girl from isometric perspective. You solve puzzles. For example, here I was spinning columns to align them correctly. Next puzzle was just to find and activate some switches. There is also a combat mechanic. I activated the puzzle, but first it wanted me to eliminate the robots, so I did it. And then I was able to get to puzzle solving. Frame rate is okay, graphics are nice. The developer didn't have much time, so this is more like a tech demo than full-fledged game. This is often the issue, unfortunately, because every developer is usually working alone, alongside normal life, so there is not much spare time left to create a full game. Either way, nice submission, I like it, you can try it out for free again. The last original homebrew is called The Other Her, and it was created by Soy Silva. The description is written in English. It is a short story-driven psychological horror visual novel inspired by microfiction and designed for a single intense sitting. However, when I launched it, the game was in Spanish, so I didn't really understand much. So if you speak Spanish and you like visual novels, might be worth trying out. If you don't speak Spanish, then it's not really good for you. Now we carry on with more ports. The first one is called Thai, and it was ported by Lord Chicken Blaster. It is a short kind of point and click atmospheric game about depression and existential dread with very melancholic soundtrack. Not exactly my kind of game, but it runs okay. It uses touch, so you need to use your fingertips to tap the objects. And if you want to install it, you need to again follow the setup instructions. Relic Looter is next. It was done by ReiHEN. This one is very similar, almost same in terms of gameplay than Rocky Castle 1 and 2 that I've checked in a previous video. Your view is just more zoomed in and the graphics look a little bit better. And you can definitely feel it is a mobile game, same as Toon Rescue, another port by ReiHEN. In here you need to pair up cubes of the same color and use boosters to create big explosions. Again, quite simple game, not really my cup of tea, but might be yours. It is another Android port, so there are some instructions to follow, as per usual. Next port is Inscryption. It was done by Gloom. Inscryption is quite recent, a roguelike deck building game from 2021. In the words of its developer, it relies a lot on graphics for its ambience, so porting it on our beloved PS Vita required some sacrifices. Don't expect the same graphics and performance as official versions. I've tried it, and yes, it is not perfect, but it's like a card game, so even when the frame rate is around 15 FPS, it's not as bad. If you like this kind of card games, I think it's worth at least trying out. Controls are not bad. If you wanna see more gameplay footage, the developer captured first 40 minutes of the game on his YouTube channel. I think this port is very ambitious project that certainly belongs to the homebrew contest like this one. Next is an adaptation of Beat Bangers by Subway Slammer created over the last 3 months. I haven't installed it cause it's a mature rhythm game, NSFW, so I wouldn't be able to show you much anyway. This port also made me think about whether or not it's suitable for 18 plus games to be allowed to, compete in a contest like this. There is nothing about it in the rules, so I'm leaving it. What do you think? I will think about it more and I will see what we're gonna do in a future contests. What? Are there gonna be more contests in the future? I'm sure there are gonna be more contests, cause it looks like all of us are enjoying this one a lot. Last but not least, we are checking out tools. First quite interesting tool is called Vita Deck by AJ, and this app changes your Vita into a Stream Deck. Not the Steam Deck, but the Stream Deck. You can configure all the keys that are gonna appear on the Vita and then you can control them with them anything you want. I wasn't able to make it work, there were still some errors popping up on my PC when I tried to configure the keys. Anyway, I think it wouldn't be for me because I'm not really streaming, but this app surely has a potential. Another nice tool by the same developer is called TRAC Player, Player. And this app or this tool provides access to the KH Insiders archive. This archive contains both music extracted directly from games and converted into MP3s, as well as long lost albums that you can't even find on eBay. There are still new albums being added, even as you can see here, October 13, 2025 there was added Bomberman for Engage and bunch of other soundtracks. This app is really nice. I've been browsing it just for a while, but there is surely a lot of good music to be found in there. To install it you just need to install the VPK. I almost forgot about this game, Vita Sketch, also by the same developer. I thought it's like a tool, but no, it's an original homebrew game. And it is a Etch-a-Sketch inspired recreation for the Vita. You can even shake to clear the image. I never actually owned a device like this when I was young. Even none of my peers had it. I think it was very popular in the USA, but not so much in Europe. So if you are from USA and you can enjoy it, feel free to, try it out and have some fun with it. Next tool, also by the same developer, is called Reaction Station. Have you ever seen or played games such as Dragon's Lair, Space Ace, Cobra Command? The gameplay fully relies on QuickTime responses like an interactive video. And with Reaction Station and with a lot of time and patience, you can recreate your own game with this tool. I didn't have the time nor patience, so I didn't really do anything with it, but as an idea, pretty solid. Next tool is a Vita FM Synthetizer, created by Clickbait. And this is a simple monophonic 3-operator frequency modulation synthesizer with a simple piano roll / sequencer. And all you need to do is just install the VPK. I've been playing with it and it's nice, but you clearly need to know what to do and how to proceed, otherwise you're gonna be just having fun with it, like myself. Not a bad tool either. Last but not least, there is a Lantern Mouse. This is an original homebrew that was submitted but after the deadline, so it's not part of the contest. Anyway, this is just a demo to showcase the graphics, I guess, because there is not much mechanics. You can just walk and look around. Either way, as a first creation, I think pretty solid. So that's about it. After this video is gonna be public, I'll be also making a post on my YouTube channel and I'll be asking you what's your favorite port, homebrew and utility. This is purely to see what people like the most. All the monetary prizes are gonna be awarded by the judges. If you enjoyed this video and you wanna see more like this, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, whatever your heart craves for. I would like to thank you all for watching. I would like to thank all of my Patreons and members for their continued support. It's greatly appreciated. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.
Moves like she don't care. Smooth as silk, cool as air. Ooh, it makes you wanna cry. doesn't know your name. Your heart beats like a subway train. Ooh, it makes you wanna die.